Yes. It's Friday high day. It is the mix zone with me, Mr. B. We got Derbs in the house. We got Tony in the house, as you can see by his Gooner shirt there.
Yeah.
Derbs rocking these club colours as well. We've got early doors popping on and a bit who's West Ham. So if you lot have got any West Ham info or West Ham comments, save them for a little bit later. Chat Sports. We see you in the house, man. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Double A. We see you, man. We see you in the house and there on your mobile phone. Anybody else in the house, say howdy. Don't be shy. We do say hi. Right. Look, we met. Oof. There you go. I'm Titanium. I see you there. I see you there.
Titanium. How you doing?
Obviously, a lot's happened in the last week. We only do one show. Yes, Craig. I see you in the house, brother. I hope you got your boots ready for tomorrow, big man. I hope you got your boots ready for tomorrow. I'm not going to say it was a monumentous week, but it was a result that I predicted on the last show.
You did?
Not with my chest, not with my chest out high, but just by the way that I think we set up against Man City. I thought it was maybe tailor-made for you guys. Obviously, the game's come, the game's gone.
Yeah.
Your abuse has been taken, but as I said already, just facts. There's no way you can come on here and don't take some more licks. So I know you fronted up. You know what I mean? There's man on here who have lost left and not come on. So I want to hear. We've spoken in the WhatsApp group. I did my thing in my car, losing my mind on the reaction. But what I'm going to ask you: was it a surprise? Obviously, you predicted the win. Disappointment, obviously, with the result. And are you going to bounce back? What's your whole feeling on that?
You know, from the last Friday, right? I said we weren't going to lose. We're either going to draw. The most you can ask for is a draw. Yeah, so I thought we were going to win it or draw that match. I ain't going to lie to you. And when I watched the match, I was like, you lot came to play. You understand? And especially in the second half, you lot came out like we were nervous. You lot took the sting out of the game. We were nervous. Going back to your question, did I think? Yeah, Titanium. Did I think we're gonna lose? No, I didn't. I didn't think we're gonna lose that. Even though United played so well against City, I thought you're coming to our ground. You know, we ain't been beaten at our ground all season. Yeah, we're confident in our ground. We are definitely going to win this. But then I should have really thought about it, because every time Arsenal's got a little run or a little going for a little something, i.e. unbeaten run, who stopped us? You lot, innit? Playing, unbeaten all season. And the only team to come down there, and to break, do you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of inevitable. Like, I speak to a couple of Arsenal fans again. It's always United that does something. Always United that beats us or stops our run. It stung. I ain't gonna lie, because I didn't expect it, and I forgot how it was to lose against United. Do you know what I mean? I forgot. I'll be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I forgot. It's been 6-7 years. You get me? Like, I forgot how it felt, and the memes I was getting, the calls I was getting, but you lot, the better team won. You lot scored some fantastic goals, 2 tremendous goals. You played well, and I had to take my hats off to you. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't even going to come on here today, but I thought, I have to. I'm not like certain Spurs, man, that when they got beat by us, or now we can't see them. Do you know what I mean? But I'll face up. I'll come here, take my licks, but yeah, well done. What can I say? I'm so glad that the mix zone is on Friday, because it would have been hard for me to do this like on a Monday or Tuesday.
One day.
Wow, it would have been hard for me to do this on Monday. I'm telling you, all night, like when Tuesday was stinging a bit. Wednesday, easing up. We won. So then Thursday came, and now it's Friday. So it's all good. Ready to play Leeds tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll come on to Leeds. Derms. Obviously, your North London rivals took their licks. Obviously, your team isn't doing much better. What was your feeling? Was it a surprise? Was it were you jumping for joy like I was dancing around the front room, or was it just another meh?
No, I was jumping around because I did predict you would beat Arsenal, and just for the person's information below, why I didn't come on after the North London derby was I've had some health issues and I've had
no. It wasn't. To be fair, it wasn't you. Yeah, it was Don P and Pike. Yeah, it was Don P and Pike. They were the ones. Yeah.
I weren't talking about you, I weren't.
But I will come on when we beat you in the end of the month. I guarantee you that you're going to get a whooping at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We're going to whoop your boy.
Oh, we should do a watch along. We should do a watch along there.
Yeah, we should. You're coming. I'll invite you on to the pre-match anyway. Yeah. But look, I thought what really surprised me about that game as a neutral was the way you came out the second half and you looked really nervous.
Yeah.
And you looked like some of your players looked like they didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And you look the likes of Declan Rice and all the other players some of them other players that do want to be there.
Yeah.
And you see Arteta on the touchline walking up and down. He would inspire me to get out of bed in the morning. We look at Michael Carrick. He would. And the way he whipped them boys up at half time. And I do feel that the only person that is holding you back is your manager.
Mm-hmm.
You really should. You should have gone through the whole season unbeaten. You've been the best team this season by a mile, and you should be well clear of everyone else. You shouldn't be looking over your shoulder at a Man City coming down on you. You should be well clear. And I just felt Carrick come up there with the attitude of, right, guys, we're going to come here and we're going to be a disruptor.
Yeah,
we're going to disrupt their style. We're going to disrupt their midfield. We're going to disrupt them, how they play. And he played an absolute blinder. And I always said it, the biggest problem Arsenal have got is your manager.
Mm-hmm.
I think any other manager, I don't think, as good as United's were, Mr. B, and as good as I was jumping around the sitting room, celebrating, because I had some money on it as well, so I was very happy for other reasons. I feel any other manager, you don't lose that game. I think the manager lost you that game.
I think, yeah, to a certain extent, I think another manager, could he come in and do what Arteta's doing? But we could say that. We could say that. We could say, he's trying his best at the moment. And you know what? We've also got to remember, so yes, he's been with us for like 6-7 seasons, but let's face it, he still is a rookie coach. He's not a seasoned coach. He's not one of these coaches that have gone abroad and faced other teams, coached or managed other teams abroad. So he still is kind of learning his craft. Do you know what I mean? So going back to the match, second half, you're right. We did look very nervous. And the thing about it as well, a lot of the fans were nervous in the stadium. It went quiet. And that kind of reflected onto the players as well. Do you know what I mean? And I think that had an effect on how the players were. And that kind of amped you lot up. Do you know what I mean? You lot thought, okay, look, the crowd's gone quiet now. Do you know what I mean? They're a bit nervous. Do you know what I mean? And you lot went for it. So there's still a lot of football to be played. People say we should be 15 points in the chat. We should be 15 points ahead. We should be this. But, it swings and roundabouts, mate. We've just got to play what's in front of us. And 4 points is not a major cushion, but it still is a cushion. But if we don't win tomorrow, and then City wins, 1 point. It's 1 point.
We're gonna come to the permutations and the mess that could be happening. Well, look, we've done our bit. As I said, Tony, it was never going to be one of those. Maybe if we did see you on Monday or Tuesday, it
Yeah,
would have been
yeah.
it,
I
it
think it
would
would
have
have.
been different. Yeah, it would have been different. But look, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now we're gonna drift on to the topics. Um, obviously Dorgu scored his Yaboa type. Um,
Mm.
he's Yaboa replica. Injured, out for
10
8 to
weeks.
10 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 weeks. They're saying today that it might be sooner, but they haven't given a date. Maybe
Okay.
that's the reason why they're not going into the transfer market. But that's a topic for Man United show and not a show with haters on it who are going to be glad that we ain't going to be signing no players. Um, my thoughts are that Cunha comes straight into that team and
Mhm.
he doesn't change anything else. Me personally, I will take Daisy out and play Mazraoui. Um,
Mm.
but to be fair, the last two games, I don't think he should be changing anything. It probably
No.
means that Sesko sits on the bench. Probably means that Sesko takes bench again for the third game in a row. But right now, I'm not about making friends.
Yeah.
I'm over the moon that Kobe's now playing in the team. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. Whoever plays that for, I'd rather it was Mbemo and
Mhm.
Cunha played. But if he goes Sesko and something else, I'm going to trust Carrick for this one. The problem we probably do have in this game in
Mhm.
particular is the fact that we surprised Pep with what we did. We surprised you guys with what we did to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Fulham have had time to watch us over the last two games.
Mm.
They're not going to come at us. They don't expect to beat us, so they're going to be sitting in. So I think
No
there's going
block.
to be different dynamic. Yeah, there's going to be different dynamics to the game. I just want to
Yeah.
hear what your thoughts, guys, on our upcoming game against I think we got my brain's gone dead.
Fulham.
Have I
Fulham, innit?
drunk to Fulham? Yeah, Fulham on Sunday. Thoughts?
I think it's true. You played against two teams that like to attack. You played against teams that really we don't really do this low blocking thing. Do you know what I mean? So if you're going to come out at United, obviously you're going to be able to hit on a counter. Again, like you said, I don't think Fulham are going to come out like that. They'll be happy to get a draw. Do you know what I mean? So yes, it's going to be a low block thing, and it's just for you now to be able to unlock the key. And you've got players that can do that. You've got players that can do that. You've got Bruno that can do that. He can unlock the door. Do you know what I mean? So yes, Fulham has watched you, but I still feel at the moment the momentum that you've got, the belief going through your squad, the fans are going to be roaring for this. They're going into their stadium. Do you know what I mean? So you like slowly building that sort of, that United momentum. So I think going, like I said, watching United and knowing how Fulham play, I can't, see anything but a United win for that. I can't see anything but a United win. Because you lot are on this momentum, bro. But saying that, it could be. I ain't gonna lie, it would be hilarious if you lost. It would be
And that
absolutely
would be,
hilarious if you lost.
and that would be just typical of
Yeah,
United over the last maybe 3 years. I mean, I'll be honest, we ain't had results back to back like that. I don't remember when we've beaten City and Arsenal back to back.
no,
In the league.
not
Maybe
like
there's
that.
somebody in the chat who's going to tell me. Definitely not how we played. I'm not used to being completely happy,
Yeah,
and I've been completely happy for the last 2 weeks with the football. So
yeah,
I'm expecting a slap in the face. I don't want it to be against Fulham because we're at home, but it
yeah,
wouldn't be a surprise. As much as I'm expecting us to win the game, it
yeah,
wouldn't be a surprise.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to be mad, and I'm trying to say, oh, I'm not going to be mad and blah because I expect to beat Fulham. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I look for me. I think that game you have to back it up, don't you? You have to back. You've won two of the two with Carrick. This is the game really. You have to back it up now. And this is, as Tony says, you're playing the low block side. So this is where also Carrick's how he's going to set the team up against Fulham. And
mm,
as you're playing at home, aren't you? And it's about momentum. It's about gaining confidence as well.
mm,
And the team's gone through two good wins against Man City and Arsenal. So the players should be buzzing.
yeah,
Everyone should be comfortable. And it's about putting your teams away and continuing that momentum. You backed up the Man City win with a win at Arsenal. Now you got to back it
Mm.
up again after the win at Arsenal. And if you go and lose to Fulham, then you're going to look back at the last 2 wins and thinking, was it worth it? Well, do you know, we've given you all the support, but you can't turn up against the smaller teams, but you can turn up against the big teams. And it's about putting that consistency through. And if you can beat Fulham and make it 3 out of 3, I don't know how that poor fella's, I think he's due to get his hair cut soon. I hope he does, God love him. Where's he on that, Mr. B? Is this 3 out of 3 or 4 out of 4 now?
This will make 3. This will make 3.
Yeah.
And then we've got another 2 that are winnable game.
Yeah, so
he's still got 3 games left.
Yeah.
And it's true what Derms are saying. It's like it's easy to motivate or get yourself ready for a City and an Arsenal, in it, to get you. You know what I mean? That you're playing Fulham now. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it could be a.
Sorry, go on. Sorry, Tony.
It could be a banana skin. You know, I think you'll win it. I think you will win it. But if you don't, I'll tell you, there's certain people on my Facebook group that I'm gonna. and obviously, Mr. B, you're here from me as well. You know, you're here from me as well. But I can't see. To be honest, I can't see losing that. I can't see losing.
Yeah, I'm quietly actually, it's not even quietly I'm confident, and I don't want to be like that because I haven't been like that all season. I don't want to be. I don't want to watch the game and be mad if we lose. I wouldn't have been mad if we lost to Man City. I wouldn't have been mad if we lost to Arsenal. This game where we haven't been consistent, we haven't been consistent for 2 years.
Yeah.
So for us now to just suddenly feel that we're going to turn up for the 3rd game in a row and put in that kind of performance, this team, man, they've slapped me in my face so much. Oh God! Look,
but the thing about your players will be ready for it. Like, you know, on Thursdays, you know, me and Derms, we were watching our team in Europe. So our team's like, you know, they're out there playing. I don't know what you lot was doing. Whether or not it was Love Island or you was watching something on Prime, Amazon Prime on Netflix. I don't know what you guys were doing, but me and Derms, we were watching the Champions League.
We were at the top table, weren't we, Tony? We were having the posh meal, and there was Man United in the back end in the takeaway, getting a bit of a chicken kebab or something.
Yeah.
That's us sitting at the top table. God, how the mighty have fallen. We'll be in the kebab shop next season, and Mr. B and Tony will be sitting at the top table. So, yeah, how the mighty have fallen.
I'm telling you. So I don't. So what I mean, why I said that is that your players have got time to recruit. Your players have got, you know what I mean? You're not over
I get it. I get that.
Do you know what I mean? So
I would, to be fair, I hear what you're saying, but I would much rather be in your position. I would much rather we were playing. I would much rather we were playing than sitting down watching that whole Wednesday thing where the table changed every 4 minutes, and you're trying to work out this and. Not part of that excitement, you know what I mean? Yeah, I do watch it with envy. I'm not gonna lie, it's not even Europa. I watched the Champions League with envy, man. You know what I mean? The music, you know, the whole this new format. People are moaning, oh, they don't like it. Let me be in the new format to decide whether or not I like it or not, innit?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, right? I do. All right, Arsenal, let's face it, we've got a chance to win it. Right, we've got a chance. So Tottenham, so City, whatever. But it's just, I don't know. It's not like before. There's no Messi. There's no Ronaldo. There's no superstars. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no superstars.
But that's football, but that's football, man. They've turned football into athlete. They want you to be able to run. First things first, it's running power and stamina. They're taking away all the flicks, you know, the individuality of players. Unless your manager says to you he wants you to go out there and just play your game, then they want everybody to run. You know, the running stats. I mean, chat sports, you've got Lamal in there. That's one player.
Yeah, just one. And you know what?
So I mean, we want to see more. You know, we want to see the Mahrez. What was Mahrez 4 years ago, 5 years ago? Yeah. We had Hazard. We've had players, Giggs, that's going back a little bit further. You know what I mean? Ginola. You know, we had those are proper.
You had magicians. Do you know what? I would have. All right, Arsenal ain't won it, so I would have taken that any day of the week. But I'll be honest with you. This is my opinion. I would have preferred to win the Champions League amongst those teams, amongst those players, the Kakas, the Dans, when them man were playing, they are icons. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
You don't won the Champions League during those times. You won the Champions League during those icon times.
Yeah, we also took licks from Messi in those times as well, bruv.
But where are the icons? What players can you see as those players are like? I don't see it. I don't see it in any teams anymore. I don't see it. We're talking about world-class players in the Prem. Right, 1 or 2, like what? You get what I'm saying? There's no.
Who do we have world class in? Who do we have world class in the Prem? Derms? Who we got world class in the Prem?
Who would you say? What? Haaland's a world class striker. But he's not like, for me. He can world class striker. He can finish. But
he's not a complete. You want him to be a complete striker?
Right. He's not. Who have we got in the Premier League? Who have we got?
I don't think there is any like a Ronaldo or Messi type player in the Premier League. I think there's a lot of good individuals. Like Haaland's a fantastic individual player.
Yeah.
But there's nobody there that takes the Premier League by the scruff of the neck. You probably could say Salah. It's probably the nearest.
Closest. Yeah.
Salah, probably Salah. A few people said it in the chat. I think as well, I think Harry Kane. And I'm not saying that because he was a Tottenham player, but he has backed it up by going to Germany and showing what a world-class striker he continues to be. I think if you're looking at defenders, I mean, you have to go back to the early 2000s, haven't you? When you got your John Terrys or your Rio Ferdinand or your Ronaldo or your...
but it can't be that long ago that we're talking about like world class. It can't be.
We've got great players right now. We've got great players. I'm sick and tired of hearing people talk about Saka's world class. He's not. He's a good player.
Not yet.
Saka is not world class. Not yet at all.
Sonny was a world class player.
Is world class that can walk into any team? Is this how we do?
Yeah. I think Sonny in his prime would walk into any team. Sonny and Kane in their prime, the pair of them would walk into any team.
I say walk into any team, and I also would say, internationally as well.
Yeah,
they walk. They're the staple in their team. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that you cannot leave out. If you can't do that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we're looking at that. Then we go Bruno.
I don't know about Bruno being world class.
Right. See, and this is it. You're saying internationally, he's our captain and he's our best player. But then you probably can't say world class because he's not playing Champions League. But his numbers for us, even when he was playing in the wank position that Arsenal had him playing in, he was still putting the numbers up. So Bruno is our best player. Whether he's classified as world class, I have no idea. Your best player
was world class. He was world class. Bruno.
But he hasn't dropped off. No, he hasn't dropped off. I don't believe he's.
I think he has dropped off a bit. I do believe he's dropped off a bit. He's not the same player he was, say, a couple of seasons ago. You never are with age. When you get into your 30s, you are going to start to drop off slightly. Yeah. He can still turn it on.
I think he's world class.
But look, for me, if you're asking, is there any world class in my team? No, there isn't. We're not even. We're Championship class. We're not even Premier League class at the moment. I think we did have Harry. We had in Sonny. But every time you watch Spurs, there was always an individual in there that would spark you, that would put you on the edge of your seat. You got like Glenn Hoddle or Chris Waddle or Gaza or Ginola or Modric or Bale or somebody like that would put you on the edge of your seat. We don't have any of them players now.
Dembele was one of the best.
He was.
I loved him. I loved Dembele.
Dembele was
so underrated.
I was so happy when he left. I was ecstatic when it was that guy. Bro.
Yeah, you couldn't get the ball off him. He was mustard. Yeah, he was
We've
mustard.
never replaced him either.
Yeah.
We never replaced him. And like, we've never
Yeah, but the
replaced
thing-
Sonny. We haven't replaced Harry Kane. We haven't replaced Dembele. We haven't replaced Hugo Lloris when he was good. We haven't.
But you classify.
Sorry, go on, Mr. B. Sorry, but
No. Sorry, go. No, say you talk about replacing players. Some players just can't be replaced. We couldn't replace Bruno in our team. We have to find a replacement for the system. If you know what I mean, some players just can't be replaced. What they do in their positions and individually, Man City can't replace Haaland.
No,
they can get another striker, but they physically cannot replace Haaland.
And they can't and KDB as well. Like Kevin De Bruyne, he can't be replaced, and he's a vital cog. That's why they're not the Man City as they were. If he was still there,
I hear that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
For us, Arsenal. Sorry to cut you, terms. Any world-class players? No, we've got elite players, good players. We've got players that could potentially turn into world-class players, but at this present time, no, we don't. Really. And that's my opinion. And the way I see it as well is like the term world-class is used, a lot. But then it's everybody's perception, isn't it? It's their perception of what world-class is to them. Some people might say, "Oh yeah, we got so many Saka, blah blah blah." But for me personally, looking at football from as a youth coming up, and I'm seeing players that I class as world class, like I said, the Zidans, the Kakas, the Ronaldinhos, those sort of magician players.
Those are iconic. Those are iconic players.
Yeah, Haji, the Stoichkovs. You get me? Like them kind of man. You're looking at thinking Zico. You're looking at them and wow.
Can I just say one player, right, who's very underrated, did play for a few teams, did play in Italy as well, was Robbie Keane. He would fit into any team. Yeah. I love Robbie Keane. He was on. Yeah, I love. Well, he's Irish. He scored that brilliant goal against Germany in the 2002 World Cup in the last minute. Robbie Keane. I tell you, Robbie Keane. We have our strike force. The last decent strike force we had before Harry Kane was Defoe, Robbie Keane, Berbatov. You had Aaron Lennon bomber down one wing. You had who else bomber down the other, but you had Keane and Berbatov up front. What a combination!
Yeah, but then I put that down to Berbatov because we would have hijacked him. So I would have said Berbatov was the player over Keane.
Robbie Keane is a better player than most people give him credit for. He was a decent striker.
Okay.
He wasn't world class, but he was a decent striker. If we had a Robbie Keane in our team today, or Jermaine Defoe or Berbatov up front today, we'd be a lot higher in the league than where we are right this minute.
Oh, most definitely.
Because
we just want players with individuality, innit?
Yeah, that player that you give to and you're like, okay, watch him do something. I don't know what player in Arsenal you give him to and you watch him. You're like, do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
But them players cared about the shirt. Them players cared about the badge. Them players put a performance in for us fans. You go back to Arsenal in the back of the day. You go back to United back in the day. Them players cared about what we thought. They would go out and give you 90 minutes of absolute commitment, win, lose, or draw. Could you say that about the players today? No. Because players of today, all they care about is money, how much they're going to get in the next contract, how much their agent's going to get. They don't give a shit about us fans or the football club or the shirt they're wearing. They're mercenaries. All they care about is where my next big paycheck's coming from. And you can't say, you look at the likes of Carrick, Mr. B, at Man United back in the day, or you look at, I don't know, Tony Adams and people like that, really back in the day. Or for me, Gaza or Graham Roberts or Robbie Keane or Defoe. Them players bled for the club they were playing for. They signed the contract and they bled that team until the day they left or retired. Players today don't give a shit.
It's crazy. It's crazy you said that as well. It's like every time somebody signs a new contract for us or a bumper contract, they start playing shit. The same thing happened with Aubameyang. He started playing shit. Saka recently just signed a new contract and he's not been the same player this season. It's crazy.
You see the Saka situation? Do you obviously you know what the British press is like? We know what our club fans are like. have we put him on a pedestal that maybe he's not going to reach? Because obviously this isn't a dig on. You see, like he's just come back from a hamstring injury, a big one, and it always takes time to come back up to full strength. Now, because he's been playing, we expect Saka to be the same player he was before his injury, but it's probably going to take him. You're probably not going to see the Saka of before he got injured, maybe for another 6 months, where his body is finally coming back to what it was. Or do you feel that he's at his level?
I don't know. I don't. To be honest, I can't answer that. I don't know what's going on because Timber had a massive injury, and when he came back, he was even better than he was before he got injured. Do you know what I mean? And Saka has, yes, he's come back from an injury, but there's been certain decisions that he hasn't. You know, certain times he should have passed it and he didn't. Certain times he should have shot and he didn't. That's got nothing to do with the injury. That's got to do with what he's seeing and his mind at that time. So I don't know what's going on. But Saka, there's a few players at Arsenal that are not performing, are not being where they should. And Saka for me is one of them. But I've just noticed it since he signed that new bumper contract. It's been like it hasn't been that. I don't know, man. He ain't been that player. And that's again, this is my opinion. Some people might look at him and think, "Oh yeah, no, he's been brilliant. He's done a lot of assists, blah blah blah." But for me personally, nah.
I think the problem with Saka is, I think the problem with Saka for me is I think the British press have already turned him down after missing that penalty in the European Championships, and I think it's taken him so long to rebuild himself again. The British press do have a habit of, look, the Irish press over here were not as brutal with our players as the English press are with your players, and it is I see it over here. Look, if Evan Ferguson hasn't done well, we're not ripping them apart in the papers or a Troy Parrott. But if you look at the amount of negativity the likes of Gaza or Saka or Harry Kane, when you're winning, they're the best things in the world. But when you're losing, they're nothing. And that does have a mental effect on you as a player. And I think over time it does wear you down, and it does make you probably a little bit numb to the true situation. And when he does sign a new contract, he's probably thinking, do you know what? I'm on better money than I was on before. I don't have to try now. There isn't that carrot in front of him.
Yeah.
And then the British press then get hold of him if he has a bad performance for England, say, "Oh, this is a road useless player. Get him out. Don't pick him again. Don't pick him, Tuchel. Don't bring him to the World Cup." And I think some of these players, some of them don't try because they don't want to be fit for England because they know the scrutiny they're going to be under if England don't perform in the World Cup. As cynical as
you think so?
I do. You look at Ireland, right? If we get to the World Cup, right, we win our playoff games and we get to the round of 16, I guarantee you there will be parade in Dublin, welcoming back them players as heroes. But if you look at the likes of England, you've got to 2 European finals, a World Cup semi-final, a World Cup quarter-final. You've done more than what you've ever done over since '66,
and it still wasn't enough.
Your press is tearing down your play instead of accepting your achievements of where Gareth Southgate did get you and where Tuchel may get you. You look at Brazil as another country that has huge expectations of winning trophies. You look at Germany, you look at Italy. There's too much expectations on these players before they even go to the World Cup or perform for the national sides. So you're on a loser straight away because the players are put under so much pressure. I like here we don't we got a shit international football team when I don't know how we got into the World Cup playoffs. God only knows, but it was one hell of a ride. But we're there, and we're 2 games away from the World Cup. But if we get there, and we say we get out of our group and reach the round of 32 or the round of 16 or quarterfinals like we did in 1990, we'll get a parade. They'll have a parade back in Dublin. I just feel
it's levels, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I just feel the pressure that that the press puts you under, I think doesn't do like England any good. Because if you look at your last couple of tournaments, you've exceeded what many English teams have done in previous tournaments over the years since '66.
It's true, and it's like I can't remember who it was, but there was a manager, I think it was either from Italy or Spain, and he was talking about the British press as well. That the British press ruins players. They scrutinise the teams, like, and they've done some sort of comparison about when Arsenal lost against you lot, and then Bayern Munich must have lost against another team. And the way they were vilifying Arsenal, like Arsenal, you crumbled, you've lost the league, and you're blowing your chance. Now there's pressure, and the commentary in Germany was like, "Oh, it was just a bad day at the office for Bayern Munich. They're going to be up." You know, there was a difference in views on the team. In this country, it's true what I'm saying. They like to vilify the players. They will knock the players down, and players are human. Do you know what I mean? They're going to read the papers. They're going to know what the media is saying. And yes, subconsciously, you keep hearing it. You're going to start. It's going to seep in. It's going to seep in. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, the media does definitely, I believe, have a major part to play in the psyche of the players that we've got in this country, man. You know what I mean? Most definitely.
Well, look, talking about the psyche of players, Gyokeres,
Yeah.
obviously you've got a couple of players back. Havertz has come back into the fold. Obviously Jesus, he's back from injury. Gyokeres, up until maybe 2 weeks ago, was your guaranteed starter.
Yeah.
Would you be happy to start somebody else over him now? Moving forward, or do you feel that he's done enough to warrant his starting position for Arsenal?
I'll tell you who I want to see. I want to see Gyokeres and I want to see Havertz start. I want to see both of them start, because yes, we played against a shit team, right, in the Champions League, but I like the way Havertz was looking. And I was like, I like the way Havertz was looking for Gyokeres when he was playing. Do you know what I mean? It's like Havertz used to having a number 9. You understand? He's used to having a striker up top. He used to play for Chelsea. It was Drogba. I'm not trying to compare Drogba and Gyokeres, but what I'm trying to say to you is, Gyokeres, Havertz knows how to find strikers. Do you know what I mean? So going back to your question, do I want to see? No, I want to see Gyokeres play, and I want to see Havertz play. I want to see both of them up top. How he does it, I don't know, but I want to see Gyokeres and Havertz playing. And you know, Gyokeres has scored a couple of goals now. You know, if he started against you, like, you might have scored. We had a 10-out bet, didn't we, Mr. B? But he didn't play.
He didn't start.
Play, so that bet was void. But
yeah, that's cool.
As I said, going back to your question, I want to see Gyokeres and Havertz play together. You know what I mean? I think he needs to build up his confidence. And I'm not really watching. I'll be honest with you. I don't really watch Gyokeres this season. This season, he's just adjusted. He's adjusted to the Indian takeaway that he may get in North London. You know, the fish and chips, the weather. You understand what he's watching on TV, how the internet provider is. He's probably adjusted with his whole surroundings. So I'll give him next season, when he would have settled, he would have climatized to this country, climatized to how brutal and fast the Premiership is, knowing what he needs to do to get better, i.e. probably do a little bit more cardio and whatever. And we'll see what he does next season. But this season, this is just, I'm not really going to be gunning for him. Excuse the pun.
Well, okay. Well, I'm going to get the other two opinions. Tony, it's been a long fucking time, bruv. How the hell are you, man?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm actually kind of doing a sneaky one. I'm working at the moment, so I thought I'd quickly jump. I've been drafted in, so I thought I'd quickly come on, jump in, say me piece and that. And it's a pleasure being back with you, mate. That's for sure. It has been a long time. A long time.
It's been a long time. Listen, look, anytime you're available on Friday, just hit me up, man, and we'll get you one. We'll
Definitely.
get you one. We were just talking about Gyokeres, obviously. I got a couple of things to ask. Are you on until the end, or are you just on for a bit?
I'll try. I'll be in the background. I'll try and be in. At the moment I'm good, but if I get a phone call, this and the other, and that, I've got to shoot.
All right, well, no problem. I want to ask you a couple of things about West Ham. obviously Ward-Prowse is leaving, and Paquette has been sold. Your club's already in the mire position wise. What's your thinking? Do you think you're going to survive? Do you think you're going to be able to pull this one off? Do you think Nuno's the guy?
Nuno's done it before, mate. I mean, he did it with when you look at with Forest and that. You know, when you, that last season, well, it's the season before he got sacked. He managed to get, I think, it was an 8-game win streak, and that kind of kept them where they were. And I think it's the same thing here. We've got some players in now during this transfer window that seem to have made a bit of a difference. You know, in Tati and with Pablo. We've also got the new first team coach in Paco, and that has also made a big difference as well for him. I don't know if it's a case of it's actually one of Nuno. You know, he's worked with him before, and finally he's actually got one of his staff in now. As much as he's got the West Ham boys there helping him out, it seems that that's the current. You know, the timing of that of the two players plus this fella. There's been a change at West Ham, and you can see the difference in us at the moment. You know, so let's hope that's enough to kind of keep us going there. The only thing about it at the moment, obviously, you know, Forest winning their game, Leeds drawing with Spurs on the week, you know, on the Monday. There's a chance that we could still cause some damage, and I know Dermo's kind of disappeared because he's obviously afraid of what I'm going to say. But if things go a bit Pete Tong for them kind of thing, then yeah, they could also be dragged into the mix as well.
See, and that is what I'll be honest. I didn't used to have a hatred for Spurs, but once they beat us in that cup final, like I want them to suffer in it. I do want them to suffer.
We
so
are
the fact that
what you're on about, Mr. B,
no,
we are suffering.
You're not no Derms. You're not suffering enough, bro. You are currently 8 points above West Ham.
Yeah.
Level on game.
Yeah.
You've got City next. I'll be honest, I like you in it, then, but I pray that you don't lose that game and West Ham win their game and Leeds win their game. Everybody below you, just keep on winning, just so that you're involved in that. Wolves are gone, Burnley are gone. There's only one team that I feel West Ham are the ones who are in the show. If they can just get a run and you lot can just not win, even if you draw, it's just to know that one, you're going to be on here shitting your pants, because right now you're not nervous because it's 8 points in it, but in 2 games time or 3 games time it could be a little bit more.
Well, if you look at it the other way, somebody says in the chat, we're only 10 points behind you. That's how tight the league is. And look, West Ham, I've said it, and look, I've got a lot of respect for Tony, and I do look at West Ham. They're a London rival, but before the Sullivan got there, they were a good club to go to. You go down to the bowling ground. It was a lot of fun. I worked down the East End of London. They're the loveliest people I think you could ever wish to meet, the East End people down the East End of London. And to support their football club very highly, and very much, West Ham is their ground. But I look at it, West Ham have the momentum at the moment. We don't. Mm-hmm. West Ham, they came to our ground, and I just got the sneaky feeling, I don't know if Tony will agree, that game at our ground, I wonder, Tony, if we look back at the end of the season and say if West Ham do survive and we go down, I wonder where we look back at that game and say, that was the game where the momentum changed. Because I think
the turning point.
Turning point. I think that game you won at ours will give you all the momentum to go on and probably get out of trouble. I really do believe that, because I think you've got a few games coming up that are winnable. You've seen our February fixtures. We've got City, we've got Arsenal, we've got United, we've got Newcastle. We haven't got a prayer.
You've got Champions League as well.
I'll be going to see Father Ted tomorrow and see with him and Dougal do light a few candles for us, Well, I'd send Father Ted as the referee. Look, I hope we do beat Man City on Sunday. I hope we batter them. I hope we whoop them. But the way we're playing, we're great in Europe, Premier League. We're the worst team ever. I just do not get it. I'm looking at the Champions League thinking, where's this team been all season? And you get back to a Premier League game, it's, high anxiety, you're nervous, you're sweating, you're terrified. But yeah, I am looking over my shoulder, Mr. B, and quietly nervous that we might go down. We are in the relegation battle.
See, you know what? I said it as a kind of wind up. You actually think that you could be involved in a
Yeah, we're in a relegation battle. It's time people wake up. We're only 8 points behind West Ham. We lose at the weekend. West Ham win their game. Leeds win their game. We're only 6 points above the bottom three. We've only had we've only won 2 of our last 15. We've only won 3 games at home all season. If it wasn't for our away form, we were right bottom. We were where Wolves and Burnley are at the moment. West Ham would be in the bottom 3. West Ham were dancing above us, going, na, we're above you. But yeah, we're genuinely 100%, and this is hand on heart as a Spurs fan. This is hand on heart, Mr. B, and everyone in the chat. Tottenham Hotspur are in a relegation battle. We're as bad as we were back in the 90s under Alan Sugar. That's how bad we are.
Wow.
And we've got Arsenal coming to our ground at the end of the month. I am literally not watching that game. I'm going to hibernate. I'm going to build an igloo and go and hide in it for the whole of the month of February.
Now, because
go and
of
make ice cubes.
But because of the position that you're in, and again, if you do lose on a weekend or whatever, you're going to come all guns blazing for that game. You know what I mean? You're going to be all guns blazing, mate. And in regard to West Ham, I live in East London. Do you know what I mean? I live in Chingford. I pass Stratford all the time. I don't want West Ham to go down. I like West Ham. Do you know what I mean? I like West Ham. When you look at these old gangster films as well, there's always a West Ham boy there. Do you know what I mean? I do. I got a little soft spot for West Ham. Do you know what I mean? I got a soft spot for them, man.
As I said last time when I watched you guys on before, and I said, like, you know, you've got the right name. You've got Tony in there, so that says it all, Tony. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another Tony after another Tony. And you're from the East End as well, such as me. I'm from the East End as well.
Well,
you know, what more is there to say? You know what I'm saying? I think if you look at it, I mean, with Thomas the Frank engine going on at the moment, kind of thing. Exactly. The track, the train's definitely coming off the track at the moment. As I've said to Dermot before, and that, not being funny, if I was a manager and I was going to ask to manage Spurs, the first thing I wanted guarantees of, in paper, in front of my face, am I going to get financially backed? Because if you're not backing Mourinho, Conte, Nuno as well, all these other managers, and you're not being backed, what's the point of joining a club like that when you're not going to be banked?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree, Tony. I agree. And look, we are so bad at the moment, and our owners are woeful either. We've bought a 19-year-old Brazilian who's only made 26 appearances this season. Fantastic. We've bought Conor Gallagher. I think we run him in a raffle. And now we've bought an under-18 from West Ham. West Ham probably saw us coming. Here you go, guys. Here, we give you a player. There you go. And I'm looking at our owners thinking, and then we're really smart, our owners, right? Or Johan Lang, right? He's a clued up guy. This is spot on, this fella, right? He knows we've got an injury crisis. He knows we've only got 2 strikers at the football club. So what does Brainbox do? Mr. Smart is football director of the year. He goes to Dean. Go on, you can go to Scotland on loan, mate, for the rest of the season. We don't need you. We've only got 2 strikers. If Solanke gets injured on Sunday, we're left with 1, Morani, who couldn't kick a bull up the arse. I'm sorry. If there was a cow to put into a shed and he had to put the bull into the shed, he'd probably put it down the field somewhere. He's that crap as a striker. I'm sorry. Tottenham Hotspur at the moment is being run a bit like. Do you remember Open All Hours back in the day, the TV program?
Ronnie Barker.
Yeah, and you had Arkwright who wouldn't spend a penny, and you had that dodgy Till. That's scenic at the moment. They're Arkwright. The one spend a penny, but try to find the cheapest option going. I mean, you couldn't.
So it wasn't. So the problem wasn't Levy then. Well,
do you know what? Levy wasn't Levy wasn't all perfect either. But if you look at the business side of it and you look at the way he's left us and you look at the way he's built this fantastic stadium and everything commercially, I think he'd done a fantastic job. I think football-wise, he was as bad as Enoch was. But the problem with us was he did everything. He run the football club. One person did everything. And since he's left, it's other people trying to come in to do what he does. And it's not working. Paritici's had enough. He's off. He's off at the end of February, at the end of January. So why does he give a toss about what happens in this transfer window? He doesn't care. You've got Johan Lang that couldn't organise a drink up in a brothel. And you've got Vinay going, still thinking he's at Arsenal. Still thinking Arteta is Thomas Frank. I'm giving Arteta more time.
He was a plant. We planted him there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. If Daniel Lee was in charge, Thomas Frank would not be manager now. And you could guarantee that. We would have bought a couple of players because Paratici would not be going because Daniel Levy would have said to Paratici, you run the football club. And he would have run it his way. And I think we'd be
but would that be the right way?
He would
if Paratici was given, okay.
Okay. And you look when he did run it, we had a very good youth system. We had the likes of Mikey Moore. We won the Premier League we won Premier League 2. We won the trophy last season as well. When the team that he built everything from the bottom up. We're a joke. We're a joke as a club, and we've got a joke manager. We've got players that don't care. We're divided as a fan base, and we got Arsenal. Lord help us. That's all I'm going to say. Can you not get COVID or something? You couldn't come to the stadium. If we give you a dodgy lasagna, will your players eat it? No, Tony, I'm not going to forget about the lasagna. West Ham's cooks the night before the Spurs game. Where's that lasagna? Oh, we've got one out the back we had about 15 years ago. Can we use that? Yeah, we're feeding with that. That'd be grand. It's only Tottenham. Yeah, we're in the back.
Oh, damn. I said, look, all you
can do is laugh.
No, well, listen, you've got to. You've got to. I said, look, we were in the same position last year, fighting 15th and 16th. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I'm not happy that we're in the position that we're in. As I said, my hatred for Tottenham is picked up since your trophy win last year. But maybe if we had won that trophy, we wouldn't be in the league position that we were in, and we'd be struggling down the bottom where you are, and you'd be in the position that we were in. So everything kind of works itself. But we'll see. We'll see what happens if we get Champions League. But look, let's get some score predictions in before we have to depart.
Get Champions League? Are you dreaming? We'd be lucky to get the Rombelos League. More than Champions League.
Listen. You're still in it. You have to be in it to win it. Will you win it? Probably not. But you have to be in it to win it. We're not in it, so we ain't winning shit. So until you get knocked out, you're still in there. You've still got a chance, you get the music. What do we get? What comes? I don't even know what comes. I don't even know what comes on a Wednesday. Netflix. Did you say Netflix?
Yeah, Love Island. Don't tell me.
Yabba watches Yabba. I'm not gonna lie. Yabba watches Love Island. I can't watch that. Can't watch that.
I'll be ringing Tony up on the. I'll be ringing Tony up on the Tuesday. What do we watch on the Wednesday and Thursday, Tony? I'll be getting TV tips from you for next season, bud.
All right, let me get some score predictions in. Brighton, Everton.
Is it at Brighton's ground? Yeah.
Yeah, it's at what's Brighton's ground called? My head's gone dead. What's Brighton's ground called?
The Amex, isn't it? Is it Amex?
Amex, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the Amex. Double A's gonna draw 1-1.
That's what I've got it down as well. I'd say 1-1 and all.
I'll go for 2-2.
I'll say 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. I actually go 2-1 Brighton. I think Brighton are gonna do them at home. Oh, Danny boy is gonna walk in there and smash them. Leeds Arsenal at Ellen Road.
We need
Come
to
on,
win.
Tony.
We need to win. I say I'll go in for 2. I'll go in for a 3-1 Arsenal. Am I
3-1?
saying that with my
Okay.
heart? Am I saying that with my heart or with my brain? You know what I mean? Because Leeds are going to be up for it. Or 3-2, 3-2.
And Leeds don't lose. They don't lose. They don't lose at home.
And we need to win, because if we don't, City, 1 point. 1 point is nothing. That's why for me, I don't really get too excited when it's mathematically possible for us to move from the top. I'm not like we're top. I don't care, because there's still points to get. Let's not get too excited. Do you know what I mean? Let's just relax and let's go from game to game. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these Arsenal fans. Oh yeah, look, we're top. Where are you? Where are you? Who gives a shit? There's still points to get. But yeah, 3. I'll go. Yeah, 3. Oh my god, I'm nervous about this. 3-1 Arsenal.
I'm going to go same as Simon in the chat there, Nelson. Leeds are formidable at home. They're strong. They'll bully you, and if Arteta's going to do the same madness and that and bring on the famous 5 to try and turn the game around, I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Leeds.
I'm going 3-2 Leeds. 3-2 Leeds.
Wow.
You can feel the love, Tom, can't you? You can actually feel the love.
I can.
Leeds are tough at home. We played them early in the season. Yeah, we won, but we were lucky to win. Leeds are tough at home, by the way. So yeah, 3-2 Leeds for me.
Oh, I can't. But I still fancy Arsenal. I would like a draw.
No, hang on. Sorry,
Maybe
can
a
I
1-1.
retract that? I don't want Leeds to win. So I'm going to go for 3-2 Arsenal. Sorry, I don't need Leeds to win. I forgot we're in the relegation battle. I don't want Leeds to win. Tony, I want you lads to win tomorrow. You need to do us a favour, bud.
Yeah, we need to. We'll come to that one.
Yeah, me and Tony are thinking. We're just thinking of our hatred of Arsenal. Forget we're in the relegation battle.
I think it's a draw. I think it's a draw. I don't see Leeds winning.
You've changed, Mr.
I would
B.
like.
You've changed all these.
Yeah,
You've changed. I don't know what's going on.
I've mellowed it up. I've mellowed, man. Listen, bro. I want Leeds to win. But I don't see Arsenal. They're going to be smarting, man. They're going to be smart.
We can't lose 2 games in a row like that. 2 Premier League games in a row. We can't.
Yeah, but do you remember that? Was it 2 seasons ago? Then 3 draws on a row.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we've learned from that. But again, like I was saying, we're mentally stronger than last season, but we're still mentally weak. We're still a weak.
Not there yet.
Mm-hmm. And if Leeds score tomorrow, then yeah, the nerves, the
squeaky bum time. Yep.
Yeah. I think if we don't imagine who was very, very autocratic, very who's won stuff, and I think we'll be in a different position. But again, Arteta's learning this trade. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully we win.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
Okay.
Wolves, Bournemouth.
Wow. Bournemouth, mate.
This is the thing. I mean, that one I'm going to go with a 1-1 because it's just too unpredictable. Because Bournemouth hit or miss, and Wolves there's a little bit of an increase. You know, there's a bit more form with them. You know, they're still probably going to lose, but you know, there's a little bit. I mean, look when they Wolves played Arsenal and that. You know, Arsenal just managed to win that game, just.
Yeah, but then Bournemouth played Liverpool, beat them 3-2 as well.
So yeah, as I'm saying, it's very unpredictable with Bournemouth.
I personally think. Sorry, Tony, have you given your?
Yeah, 1-1. I'm going for 1-1.
Okay, I think I'll say 2-0 Bournemouth. I'm going with a Bournemouth win.
Chat Sports gone 2-0, 3-0 Simon, and 1-0 Double A. Go on, what were you saying, Derb? Sorry for cutting you off, brother.
I reckon 3-0 Bournemouth. The Wolves, I feel Wolves have been unlucky. I think Wolves have been unlucky. They played some good stuff this year, Wolves, actually, to be fair. But I think
since they drew with us.
Yeah, Yeah, they drew with us as well. You know, we're
Yeah,
in
I
that
think they've got a
group
little bit of
today.
confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, Jam, shut your mouth, you. Yeah, I think Wolves are gonna win the game. I think Wolves are gonna win the game. This is gonna be the start of their surge. So they played us, we gave them confidence, and they've been buzzing since then. So I think Wolves are gonna win that 2-1. Chelsea, Chelsea, West Ham.
2-1 to the Hammers.
He said that so quick.
I'm going for a 2-2. I want West Ham to beat Chelsea. I don't like Chelsea, but I'm going for 2-2. You're playing at Stamford Bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for 2-2.
God, what do I go for?
Double A's gone now.
Do I back the team that sit 8 points behind us, or do I back the team that I don't like very much? This is a hard one.
You know what makes sense. You know what makes sense, Dermot. You know that. Don't
Yeah,
you?
I know. Yeah, I'm going
Just make
for
the
a
right
0-0
one. That's
draw.
all I'm saying. No pressure at all.
No pressure. Okay, Tony. West Ham to win 1-0.
Simon's gone 2-2. Chat Sports gone 2-1 Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to win. Maybe 2-1. I don't want them to win, but I think they're going to win 2-1. It'd be a narrow one. I think it'd be they're not going to go there and batter you guys now. Do you think Paqueta was a bad egg? Sorry, Tony.
Going on Paqueta, the Paqueta situation, the problem was he never lived up to what he could actually, his potential. It was very fits and starts, and that was the problem with him. You know, it looked like it was a good sign at the time. Not being funny, I suppose it's like when Arsenal signed Ozil for that kind of money, 42 million. It looked like it was a great thing on paper. And don't get me wrong, we backed him because obviously with the betting scandal thing, etc. But he made it quite clear from that point onwards that he wanted to go back home, and you couldn't blame him because the way the FA dealt with this situation was, on all levels. The fact of taking his mobile phone, giving it back to him, and then a month later, oh, can we have your mobile phone back? Or I got rid of it now, And then when the charges all got dropped, and then they try to do him on something else, it's like you're trying to do a scapegoat of someone. But yeah, he never really lived up to his thing. And the worst part was, we played. He was suspended for a game, come back in that game, and then gets himself sent off yet again. That's when it kind of tells you that, if you want to get out of a club, there's ways of doing things. Not being funny. What was his name? I'm trying to think the names. He went to Spurs. Jermaine Defoe. No, Jermaine Defoe. With him, when he played for us, the kid was scoring goals for fun. And then when Glenn Roeder became manager, Defoe was, putting in challenges left, right, and centre, getting yellow cards, being sent off and stuff. And one of my players actually bumped into him at Faces nightclub and said to him, what the hell's going on? Why you keep getting yourself off? And he goes, I just hate Defoe. This is I hate Roeder. I just can't get on with him and that, and this is my way of getting out of the club.
Right.
Okay.
So, and when you look at Paqueta kind of thing, it's a case of, there was so much more potential, but not being funny, if you look at it, since he hasn't featured, we're playing better.
You'd have won. Yeah. You see, that's why I was asking if he was a bad egg. That's kind of where I was kind of getting at, because you found a form without him, thinking that you needed to win with him. I said football. Football is strange.
All of our clubs have had a player that comes in, and they think everything centres around themselves. And this, I suppose, in certain respects, this is where Paqueta was like that. Not being funny. Again, we resurrected Dimitri Payet, but yet again, he suddenly got too big for his boots. Whereas if you look at Di Canio, the difference there was, as much as it centred around him, he also made sure that the team and the fans and everything else centred around each other. Big difference.
Yeah, true.
See, that's another great individual player there, fucking Di Canio.
He was amazing. He was.
We really don't make him like that anymore, boy. Right, Liverpool, Newcastle.
Where's it at? St. James's?
Anfield.
Anfield.
Oh, it doesn't really matter with Liverpool anymore, isn't it? Like where it is, where they play.
Newcastle to win 2-0 and Slot to get sacked after the game.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
I think 2-1 Newcastle. I can't see Newcastle. Liverpool, they're
Yeah.
Spent
Excuse
force
FC 1, Newcastle 2. Yeah.
Well, Double A disagrees. He's gone 2-0 Liverpool win. Simon's gone 3-3. Right. What did you say your one was, Tony?
2-1. So
Newcastle.
excuse FC 1,
Yeah.
Newcastle 2.
I don't. But I'm thinking the manager wants to go because he's come up with a few comments about Liverpool now, and like saying that they haven't won the title in 30 years. They won a title. Do you know what I mean? Little things that he's saying. It's like he's trying to push himself out. I don't know.
So he's ready. Maybe he's ready to go. They've got Alonso. He's got Alonso in his shadow now, jobless, waiting for it. So maybe he's had enough. These younger managers, they don't need a headache. They don't need a headache. They're gonna pay him off. He'll get paid his wedge, and then he'll be all right. But look, I'm gonna go. I think Liverpool beat Newcastle. I actually go 3-1. I'm with Chat Sports on this. I'll go 3-1. I think they dominate them. Villa, Brentford. Maybe Ollie Watkins doesn't play. What are we looking at? Are we looking at a surprise, or are we looking at a Villa win?
I want Villa to lose, obviously, but I can't see them losing. I'll say 2-1 Villa. I can't see Villa losing.
Villa's at home, aren't they? So
Yeah, Villa at home.
So if you look at it, I'm going to say on that one, I'm going to go for Villa for a 3-1 result because at the moment Brentford are all over the place. You know, the form that they had when he first came in, the momentum's kind of gone. They're struggling little bits. So, yeah, I think for Aston Villa, well, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, just too strong.
Yeah.
What we got, James?
And we forgot, we've got Tammy Abrams, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2-1 Villa. Though I think, we all said at the start of the season when we did the pre-season show, we all thought Brentford would want to go down.
Yeah.
All of us said they're going to be relegated, but Keith Andrews done a fantastic job. Really has done a brilliant job. But yeah, 2-1 Villa for me.
Yeah, I think they go. I think Villa win it quite easily. 3-1. I think it's going to be a walk in the park for them. United Fulham. I'll just get mine out the way. 3-0. 3-0 United. There you go. I've got my one out. What we got, gents?
5-0 United. I'm serious. Put that down, Mr. P. 5-0 incoming.
That's why you're just so optimistic, man. Fucking hell.
You're gonna have 4 out of 4, and that fella is gonna get his hair cut after next weekend. He's gonna go in and ask for all his hair off. He's gonna get it blessed. I'm following him on Instagram.
I'll wait.
Bless him.
I'm not that confident. What you got, Tony and Tony?
I'll say 3-1 United.
Oh yeah, that's what I had in mind, 3-1 as well. Because I'm either thinking 2, but I think no, United's got a bit of momentum going at the moment. Carrick's bringing back the old style of how United used to be, and you're seeing it on the pitch as well. Kind of in Fulham, I don't know. Again, another team that's hit and miss, but I think United are just too strong.
Good. As long as everybody agrees that we're going to win that one, that's fine. Forest Palace.
2-1 Forest.
Yeah, I'll say that. Forest are looking too bad on that. I like that Igor Jesus, man. I like him.
Yeah, he's done.
But he's in the week. Do you reckon he plays again? You reckon he plays again? He scored in the week, didn't he? In Europe. You think he plays such a quick turnover?
Half these players want to play in it. Why not? Wow.
Well, you got, as you said, you got a 1 year kind of thing. Is he? We want to risk him because at the moment he's not exactly in flavour, is he? So yeah, probably will stick with him.
Oh, Track Sports say no Mateta. Of course, yeah, he's going to be in. He wants to leave, doesn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah, I actually go for. I actually go. Yeah, I actually give them a beating. They ain't got no defenders. I think 3-0 Forest. I think Forest give them a smoke. I think it's going to be 3. What are you thinking, Debs?
Well, this is tough for me because if Palace win, they go above us in the league. If Forest win, they go equal points on us before we play Man City. So I'm trying to think the lesser of two evils here. It's so easy when you're at the top of the table. All you've got to worry about is top 6. You don't have to. This is hurting my head trying to work out where we're going to be near relegation. God. Can I go for a boring 0-0 draw? Then
Of course you can.
Yeah, it's going to be a boring. The game's going to get abandoned because the Nottingham Forest owner's going to come on and hit the referee, and game's going to be abandoned, and nobody's going to get any points. Apart from that, a 0-0 draw.
God damn.
This is torture.
Oh, I'm so
See,
glad.
Nick, this is what you're making it difficult for Tottenham fans to be optimistic about their football team.
It's what happens, man. It's what happens. Did I get your 2?
Yeah.
I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Right, we've only got 2 more games left. Spurs City. I'm going to do mine straight away. That is a City win. 3-1. Actually, 2-1. 2-1. City. Sorry, Dams.
You're entitled to your opinion. Your opinion.
See, this is a weird one because City are Spurs' bogey team. Spurs love playing against City, and Spurs normally beat City. Do you know what I mean? Spurs don't fear City at all. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Come back to me after. I don't know.
I can see Tony rubbing his hands there with glee, thinking, lovely, right in this one.
I mean, obviously, they won 6-0 during the week, kind of thing, but obviously, you've got to think of the opposition. And I agree with Tony. I mean, the problem with City, they kind of flounder a little bit when they go away, etc. Hello. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'll be out shortly. Yeah. drunk in the airport. So yeah, I think if you look at it, Spurs can give them a game, but I think City will just nick this 2-1.
Yeah.
Closer to the shit down.
I say a 3-1 City. I don't want it, but yeah, because of how Spurs play at home, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 3-1 City.
3-1 City. Right. I know that one paid you. Good luck.
Right. Right, here we go. City only 1 win in their last 5. They haven't won away in their last 5. They've got a 0-0 away to Sunderland, and they did lose to you guys away from home. Spurs, no wins in their last 5, 3 draws and 2 defeats. City, 1 win, 1 defeat and 3 draws. We're going to win 3-0. We're going to go up there. We're going to batter them. Tottenham Hotspur are back. We're going to save ourselves from relegation. Pep's going to be crying into his beer at the end of the game. He's going to resign as Man City manager because the embarrassment of losing to us. Arteta will be popping the corks because we've stopped their main championship rivals overtaking them after they lose to Leeds tomorrow. And Spurs fan, it'll be all. And then the Enoch are going to put out a big press. Don't worry. Deadline day tomorrow, we're going to buy loads of players, and nothing happens. But don't worry, we've beaten Man City, so all is well in Tottenham world. But yeah, 3-0 for me, Mr.
Jesus. Right.
Plus Romero, a red card. Mickey Van der Ven's going to go off injured. Solanke's going to go off injured. And Thomas Frank's going to get that. So yeah, but still a 3-0 Spurs. We're not a football club, we're a circus. We're the equivalent of Noel Edmonds' house party back in the day.
Oh shit!
Enoch and Noel Edmonds, Thomas Frank's Mr. Blobby. So there you go. But still, we're going to win.
You've got
Never back
you've
our
got
team.
no confidence in, but I love it. It's good. We've got one more. Sunderland, Burnley. I go for it. I'm gonna go for a 3. They're playing at Sunderland now. Burnley. We are Sunderland. Sunderland like a good place. Yeah, Sunderland. I go Sunderland to win this one. Nice and easy.
Yeah, easy. Those 3-1.
Yeah, I think 3. Yeah, I think it's a 3-1. I don't see Burnley winning this game, especially
not a big
3-1.
I'm just checking the tab. I'm just checking the table. They are 13 points behind us, so I think we're okay with Burnley not overtaking us. So we should be fine. So I'm going for a Sunderland win. Yeah,
just got it from
3-0.
You all right? Who was at the door? No. Oh, cool.
It was Amaran looking. Could he come and see you?
That was my call.
that person that was talking to Tony was Sullivan saying to Tony, "Do you want to buy West Ham for a £5?"
It's worth more than that. It's worth £6. Look, guys.
All right, if you're starting a bidding war, I'll go to £7, and that's all I'm going. But there's about a £5 for transfer.
As long as West Ham survive, it's all good. I want the gap to be closed on you, Dams. I do want you to
realise, Mr. B, you might be doing this next season with 3 Premier League teams and 1 Championship team. You do realise that, don't you?
I don't have any problem with that, because I'm sure that it's going to be you that's probably going to be the championship team, the way that your form's going, to be fair. So we'll see. Look, guys in the chat. Yeah, in it. Guys in the chat, as always, I appreciate the love, man. Tony, thank you. As always, as I said, I told you it wasn't going to be no light up show. We had our conversation on Monday. Tony, the other Tony. Yeah, exactly. And that's my point. So I said, I know you're always going to front up. East End, you're both East End Tonys. I can't say black or white Tony. So I'll say, I can't, can I? I got to keep it politically. I don't understand why. It's easier.
Black
but,
and white.
You know, I'm a football TV, man. I hope this becomes a little bit more regular for you, man. As I said, anytime you're free, just jump on the Friday, man.
Absolutely.
And Dams, I tell you are the most optimistic, unoptimistic. Yeah, you're the most optimistic, unoptimistic Spurs fan I know, bro. But I love you, man.
Yeah, I must be. I am checking into the Looney Hospital after the season ends for my 3-month treatment. And then I will be back in August, fully charged and ready to go for another season. They only let me out for the Premier League season for the summer wise to keep me locked away somewhere in the room and just feed me bits of steak. Eat that.
At least you're getting steak.
Just say,
you know what I mean?
Mr. B, I've got to shoot. I've got to sort out something in the
Yeah,
terminal.
no problem.
Right.
No problem, man. Bless up.
Tony,
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for jumping on, man. Thank you,
and
man.
people in the chat.
Thank you.
Don't forget, hit the like button, share, and subscribe to this man above me. Pleasure of being with him as always. Got to do it more regular, and hopefully we'll be.
Definitely, Tony.
No problem, man. Take it easy, man. Tony, take it easy, man. Thank you, bro.
See you later,
Tony, before I go,
Yeah,
the one you got to worry about is Aston Villa.
I know.
And I could see it in your face. That I could see you thinking that as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Up the village. Take it easy, man. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Take care, all. Bye bye.
Gents, with that,
it's true.
Yeah, Villa will be, but you know what? Gosh.
I'll tell you something. Like, if they somehow pip us and beat City, like I said, or every Facebook group, football group, I'm out. I'm gone missing. You ain't seen me on this show. I ain't coming back here. Yeah, I'm not coming back here, bro. I'll be watching handball or golf or.
Even if we get to the championship, I'm still coming on to this show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I can give you the latest from the championship.
Like, how are we going to live that down? Like, come on, man. Are you having a laugh? No.
Listen, This talking. I want them to make up 8 points. I want West Ham to make up 8 points on Spurs, and I'm thinking that we can make up 8 points on Villa. So third place isn't gone, and relegation for them isn't gone. So it's going to be a
Can I
juicy
just
season.
say one thing, Mr. B? Right?
Yeah, because
You're a former manager, right? And the latest booking odds, right, according to one major bookmaker, is 6-1 to take over the Spurs job. Do you
Who?
know who's favourite to
Amarin.
take over the Tottenham job? Amarin 6-1. Do you know who's favourite to take over the Spurs job?
Robbie Keane.
Have a guess. Robbie Keane
Robbie
at 3-1. Xavi Hernandez at 3-1. And Pochettino 4-1. Glasner at 6. And Ruben Amarin at 6-1. Robbie Keane is favourite, joint favourite to take over Tottenham.
Oh,
So
shit.
we must be planning for the Championship next season. It's going to be great. A cold night away at Stoke City, playing Millwall on a Tuesday night. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait for doing watch-alongs. I'm looking at Mr. B doing Premier League watch-alongs. Chelsea, Liverpool.
Not even Premier League, Champions League, yeah. Champions League watch along.
We've got Tottenham versus Wrexham. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting.
If they get promoted to the Prem, guys, look, it's been a long one.
That would be the most insulting thing if Wrexham went up and we went down. Jesus, there's no God then. Okay.
Just bypass you guys. With that, I've got drinking to do. I need to catch up on my Friday narcotics, and we will see you all tomorrow. Sunday. That's a lie. Cole will be back Sunday doing the watch along. We will have a reaction at some stage. So it's Saturday off for me, Saturday off for the channel, unless there's some magical breaking news that Rio's gonna jump on and tell us about. But as always, Derbs, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the love. Tony, as always, man. As always, bruv, we are out. Thank you for watching, guys.